Right then, so we'll do a bit of a walk around of the front of it. It's got nice lines, to be fair. I've always liked the lines of the Vauxhalls. Black mirrors. 16-inch wheels. Just quite a big car. Nice lines again from the back. So it's got LED daytime running lights. And then just to the top part of the headlight there. It's also got projector headlights. There you go, lights on, you can just see the projection working there. Daytime running light as well. Not a bad looking car. Not my personal favourite in silver, but there you go. Jump around to the back. Just pop the boot open like so. Quite spacious then. Move this little parcel shelf out of the way. I can work that out too. You got a little bit of a false floor. Lift it up, there's your spare wheel. And so on and so forth. Lift that back up like that. Loads of room in the back, being an estate. And not so bad in the front either. It's got a nice little 5-inch display, air conditioning, little tiny screen just up in front of you, so obviously you know how much fuel you've got, so on and so forth. Parking sensors all the way around, so front and back. Got your auto start stop. There's little cup holders everywhere in the door. Couple in by here, as long as a USB charging point. This one is a 6-speed 1.2 turbo, as I said, so it's not much power in there. Just tried to go though. Very quiet engine. I'm not sure if you can hear it. It is currently running. Jump into the driver's seat then. And here is the steering wheel itself. Very cheap and plasticky feed-in, I gotta say. I've had a Corsa, 15-plate Corsa that feels, I gotta say, a lot nicer than the steering wheel in this one. Pretty same layout of the dash. So you've got automatic lights just down there if the camera wants to focus. Automatic lights, and that's basically it from the inside. Obviously Bluetooth connectivity. Some little sort of, what do these do? Oh, little light buttons. Nothing too spectacular. So yeah, that's a rough guide of the outside of the Vauxhall Astra. Get it started now, and I guess we'll go and take it for a little spin. Obviously you've got your automatic windows all the way round. Little child lock on the back, so if you do want to keep the kiddies from jumping out. Automatic mirrors, which goes without saying on any modern car these days. Little lock and unlock button, so if you want to sort of, again, keep the kiddies in. Let's have a look at this little screen then, second. Also, it has got Apple CarPlay, so if you don't want to pay the sort of extra and go for the nav version, which on this one we haven't, you can just connect it to your sort of iPhone or Android, and you can just sort of have the sat nav going through that. So there is a little bit of a walk around for you there, guys. But yeah, other than that, let's go and take him out on the road. Right then, I gotta say, it is very jerky at low idle speeds. Could be because it is obviously a 1.2 with only 3 cylinders, so not too sure. Yeah, you just notice it, just at sort of low cruising speeds. It's a bit jerky. 6-speed manual then, which is a little bit strange for a petrol. Lovely little seat belts. Put our foot down a little bit then, let's see what she's got. Not a lot really. Doesn't really help when you've got people pulling out on you. Gotta say, I do like the gear shifter. Nice and big. Something to sort of grab onto. Which is obviously what you want while changing gears. Don't know if you can tell, but it's actually got little sort of ambient lighting around the clocks. So anyway, we're gonna give it a bit of beans. So 4th gear now. Gotta say, for a little 1.2, it does pull reasonably nice. I mean, you wouldn't think it's got such a small engine for such a big car. Cruising along then, 6th gear, 60 mile an hour. I'm not too sure how I work out my miles per gallon on the screen. We're sitting about 2,000 revs. To be fair, it's quite a nice drive. So it's got all the sort of mod cons like your cruise control, your speed limiter. Sound system's not too bad new either. I know obviously you can't sort of hear it, but pretty basic for what it is. Just ticked over to 11 miles then. She's 11 miles old. I gotta say, it's not a bad car for a Vauxhall. There you go, and finally worked out how to do it on this little tiny spinny stalky thing by the indicator stalk. So we're currently on 70 miles per gallon, cruising along at about 70 mile an hour, near enough 70, which isn't too bad. We're in 6th gear. There you go. So the average is saying 23.5, no doubt by the time we get back into Wales, which is where I'm going. Hopefully it should sort of knock itself up a little bit. We'll see. See if we got a bit of 3rd gear pull then. See what we can get out of it a little bit. If there wasn't traffic in front of us.
Change for life is about small changes we can make to be healthier. Loads of ideas to cut back fat, watch the salt, and make sugar some
Let's go for it a little bit.
Just search online for Change for Life.
So just to about 70 then. It's not the fastest climber, but obviously it is a 1.2, so there's only so much you can expect from the car. So it's quite a quiet drive. There's a little bit of wind noise in the cab. I'm guessing it's mainly to do with the mirrors, if I can get my words out. Other than that, it's not too bad of a drive. Can't really hear the engine. Obviously that's because it's a little bit small. Even under sort of, like my foot's hard flat now. Even under sort of revs you can't really hear it. Everything feels pretty sort of sturdy. I mean, it feels well built for a Vauxhall. I mean, there's no sort of wobbliness, knocks, bangs, going over bumps, so on and so forth. Considering they're cheap cars, it is built pretty sturdy, to be fair. I mean, the indicator stalks is probably one of the sturdiest indicator stalks that I've felt in a while. I know that's a little bit sort of pathetic for me to say that, but Vauxhall do make a good indicator stalk, apparently. So, same as most other Vauxhalls then. Obviously, cancel button there. Set the cruise, literally hold it down. There you go, cruise set to 66. Bump it up by 1 just by pressing the button up. And it's as easy as that. Use the speed limiter. There's the button for it there. and basically the same goes. So yeah, my only little niggle is it's not the smoothest to change when you're changing gear. Other than that, yeah, it's a Vauxhall.